Okay guys, so welcome to a new video. Today we have a special deck for everyone that loves the P.E.K.K.A, the Royal Ghost, and especially the Bandit. We're bringing you a new deck which is P.E.K.K.A Bridge Spam. Has always been a very popular deck. It has many uses. It's always been pretty good regardless of any different meta changes or balance changes that Supercell have actually made. And we're just here to show you just a bit of a gameplay and show you how you can also get far, push in ladder, or even win classic and grand challenges with this deck right here if you use it correctly. So we have three very special games. The first one is against the Lava Hound player, the second one is against a Sparky deck, and the third one, I think it's a bit of a mirror matchup, except he has Elite Barbarians and we actually have a P.E.K.K.A instead. But the three of them are very exciting games. I think all three go into overtime, so yeah, let's just get into it. So basically this deck, what you want to do with heavier elixir decks is at the start you don't really want to use your big cards such as your P.E.K.K.A and build big pushes with troops behind your P.E.K.K.A. What you want to do instead is just cycle cards at the bridge. You can put a Royal Ghost in the left side, a Bandit on the right side, or put something like the Battle Ram on the left side. Trying to wait by yourself time and mess up your opponent's cycle and just test their defenses. And once you start getting deeper in the game, you start getting to double elixir, triple elixir, you can start placing your P.E.K.K.As and creating giant pushes behind the P.E.K.K.As. Here against the Lava Hound, we actually realized that he doesn't have many cards to defend our ground pushes, like our Royal Ghost, our P.E.K.K.As, our Battle Rams. So what we end up doing in the end is just forcing him to not play Lava Hounds but instead defend our pushes. You can see that we're defending actually really well his Lava Hound since we have minions, and in case he arrows our minions we can just place an Electro Wizard, which will actually really hurt the Lava Hound. And we also have very good spells against the Lava Hound and air cards in general, which are the Zap and the Poison. So here you can see us starting to play P.E.K.K.As very aggressively to not let him actually play Lava Hounds, and you're going to see us placing cards on both sides. This, what it's called, is split pushing, and what you're trying to do is get him to commit more elixir than what he would otherwise commit. Since his deck is very limited and doesn't have many ground cards, his defenses are even going to get more complicated if we choose to attack both sides at the same time. So you can see that the Battle Ram Electro Wizard, he had to defend it with a Mega Minion, but that wasn't enough, and we actually took a bunch. We actually dealt a lot of damage to his tower, and then again his main ground counter we know is the guards and the miner, but the miner, he's supposed to use it aggressively, so if he uses a miner on defense we're actually better off. And once he uses his guards on offense or on defense, we can just go on the other side and get some damage that way. See, for example, now he uses his guards, so the next play we're going to do is play the Battle Ram whenever his cards die out. You can see there on the left side the Battle Ram is growing. He's going to use his Mega Minion and his Heal Spirit, but it's not going to be enough because the Barbarians are going to be there. They're going to get almost two hits, and he had to waste a lot of elixir with a Mega Minion, a Heal Spirit, which is already 4 elixir, plus 3 elixir from arrows on top of that. So he's actually wasting a lot of elixir in this. And then after, when you're in top double, triple elixir and you're almost taking his towers, using any of these cards with a poison spell just makes it a lot harder to defend, since any of his small cards that he places will actually be destroyed. And in the end you can just spell cycle him out like we're doing over here. So this is the first win. Remember, if you're liking our content, liking the decks that we're showing you, and liking our upload schedule, please comment any decks you want to see in the next videos, and please subscribe since it helps us out to pump content on a more regular basis. So now we're jumping onto the second game. This game is against Sparky, I think I said before. So here the same method applies. You just want to send cards to the opposite side where they are attacking, and later on in the game send cards to both sides by doing a split pushing technique. And here against Sparky, you're actually not going to have the easiest matchup in the world, but you're not going to have the hardest matchup in the world, due to the fact that you have many cards to reset the Sparky, such as the Zap or the Electro Wizard, and you have many cards that can actually tank various hits from the Sparky. One of them is obviously the PEKKA, but a less expensive version of that can be the Battle Ram, since it has to take more than one hit for it to die before the Sparky can kill it. Now the Goblin Giant is a bit of a problem. However, if you have the PEKKA in hand against it, it will get killed in an instant. Here the same principle applies, just attacking both sides at the same time. We're trying to go in the different lane than his Sparky, because if he places a Sparky in the back, whatever card we place on that same line will get obliterated, and we don't want that. We want to defend the Sparkies whenever he's throwing them at the bridge. So for that, we're going to be using minions and the Battle Ram at the start, since he zaps, and we put a Royal Ghost, but it's actually pretty bad since the Sparky hits all of them, and then we have to zap the Sparky so that it doesn't connect to our tower, which was pretty scary. But regardless, that was a pretty good defense. You can see that we haven't touched this tower at all, because at the start we're just trying to defend. When we get to double triple elixir, we will be able to defend in a way that we get a counter attack from it with our P.E.K.K.as, our Electro Wizards, our poisons, and all of that. But for now, we were just focusing on surviving, defending, and trying to get a good cycle where our P.E.K.K.A will be able to defend his Goblin Giant, and our Electro Wizard will be able to defend his Sparky. So here you can see the one problem is that when our cards get placed together, such as the P.E.K.K.A, the Sparky splashes onto, well, right there, it's the P.E.K.K.A. The Sparky hit splashed the P.E.K.K.A and the Bandit, which was really bad. But here you can see one of those big pushes that I was talking about. After defending, you can do a big push that becomes very hard to defend for him. And that's the way we will be reaching the tower from here. So anytime he plays Goblin Giant, we'll want to play the P.E.K.K.A, especially if we have an Electro Wizard on the board, because that can help us out hugely against the Sparkies. So here you can see that the Electro Wizard jumps in front of the P.E.K.K.A. We're going to use that to a zap to try and get it not to die. It dies regardless, but we are able to cycle back to another Electro Giant, which he tries to kill, but our P.E.K.K.A is right there to protect it, and the Sparky will not be able to defend that P.E.K.K.A. The Phoenix is a good card for him to have though, because we can't kill it really easily, and it's very good against our Electro Wizard. So you can see that we're having a bit of trouble defending right now. However, when we're in double elixir, we're putting so much pressure on him that he's not able to put Sparkies or even start an attack. He's always trying to start an attack, but since we place bandits on the other bridge, battle rams, poisons, whatever, he constantly has to defend, and he does not have enough elixir for his Goblin Giant and for his full attack. You can see the right side, the battle ram with that poison almost left the tower on 1000 HP, which is a lot of damage. So we're gonna just keep doing that strategy now that we saw it worked. The Royal Ghost again, trying to get to the tower. It's gonna have a hard time, but it's gonna get one and almost two hits. But regardless of that, we're gonna do another Battle Ram Poison, because we saw that it worked really well against him last time. He only has the Phoenix to defend. He puts the Goblin Giant on the back and a zap, and we still managed to get almost 600 damage. Look at that. Now we're gonna focus on defending the right side, because it looks very scary, and our P.E.K.K.A will die on the left side, sadly. But another Battle Ram with another poison should win us the game. No, because he saved his mini P.E.K.K.A for that, so we're just going to defend the left side. That was really well played by him, but our Bandit and everything else will get to the tower and take it down for the second win of the day. Next and final game, we're going to be playing it against a mirror matchup, where you will be able to see that the game starts very rough for us, but in the end we managed to come back and actually take the W. It's very rough at the start because first of all, I don't play this deck a lot. It's one of the first times I pick it up this season, and here we wanted to save up for a P.E.K.K.A, but in the end we decided that it was not worth it, and when we decided, it was already late and the Elite Barbarians were on the tower. Look at how much damage they do. Left the tower at 400 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. We were thinking about giving up, but I mean, we're playing a challenge, and you cannot give up on challenges, so we decided to just keep going and try to win this, to show you in the video that comebacks are also possible with this. So we defend the Bandit with a Battle Ram. The Barbarians are then going to be countered by the Ghost, and what we decide to do is actually counter this Royal Ghost with a P.E.K.K.A of our own. We were a bit scared in case he had Magic Archer because that would have taken our tower down, but we thought that if he did that, we would have a very big elixir advantage and it would be worth it to do that. You can see now he's going to defend with a Firecracker and of course the Elite Barbarians, and you can see that our P.E.K.K.A actually 2-hits any Elite Barbarian, so that's going to be very big. However, it's not going to get to the tower. But that was good poison value. We hurt the tower and we killed the Firecracker. And now it just comes to the point where he's going to be using all his cards with the Healing Spirit. Look at that defense of the Royal Ghost, by the way, from my part. I put an invisible unit to defend another invisible unit, so that was never going to work. But well, on the right side, the bandit actually connected, and we're going to use a battle ram since we know that he doesn't have enough elixir. And he only has elixir to defend the right side, because look at our ghost, our Royal Ghost on the left side is just doing damage, just doing work. It's going to get one last hit and leave it down at 1,300. And this is where we realize that the comeback was actually possible. We missed the Firecracker and the Zap, but the Electro Wizard actually finished it off, and the bandit dies to our bandit. Here he's going to play Elite Barbarians, and we're just going to defend them with a P.E.K.K.A, which is the best counter for them. You can see that here it's going to one-shot the first P.E.K.K.A, so the Healing Spirit is actually not going to do a lot. And we decide to defend very late on the left side because we know we're up on elixir. We know he's going to have to defend that, and by doing it late, we're able to have a counterattack that he's not going to be able to defend, and is hopefully going to take the left tower. Yes, it takes the left tower. We have some Elite Barbarians that we had to defend, and what we're going to do is another P.E.K.K.A, and then we decide to ignore the right side and just focus on the left side, since we have done a lot more damage to his right side with our P.E.K.K.A than he has been able to do to our left side. So we believe that this is one. We put a Battle Ram just to cycle to a poison. We do Battle Ram poison again, which is that strategy we did in the last game that actually won us the game. And at this point, we're just trying to just spell cycle his deck. You can see that he tried to place his units on the bridge. It almost worked, but we were lucky there to have fast reflexes and good cards in the cycle and a bit of elixir, and actually defend that. And now we're going to put a Royal Ghost, save our P.E.K.K.A for the middle if he tries that again, because we're pretty sure he will try it again. And just try to pressure him. Here he goes, trying it again. We actually put the P.E.K.K.A. We're fast enough again this time. We knew it was coming, and then just a couple poisons and a zap. One poison and a zap will take the W for us. So this is the deck. I hope you guys liked it. If you did like it, please like it, comment, and subscribe. You can comment what you liked, what other videos you can think of, and I'll post them as soon as I read the comments. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.